Wow,
Well,
Here we
Paul,
are.
here we are. Welcome everybody to our.
Should we do the normal intro?
Oh yeah, I should do the normal
Yeah.
mention.
Yeah.
Or maybe you should do it today.
No.
Okay.
Hey everybody, this is Joel and
Paul.
from moving to Mexi.co. Bienvenidos a nuestro canal and bienvenidos a Bucerias Casa Victoria. And I kind of commandeered the casita, which we've sold, and we're going to be starting construction on it very soon. But we have all this construction back at the house, and we needed a quiet place to do this video. And I hope
It is quiet
I hope
here.
the buyers are okay with me being in their home right now.
Yeah, they're in the bathroom. I think hopefully they don't come out, in the towel or anything like that. So
Awesome.
We'll see.
Anyways, welcome to our Saturday live stream here in Bucerias, Casa Victoria, and I did a couple of test streams, and thank you for everyone for joining those because it allowed us to get our feet wet. I also screwed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's normal. Though.
Yeah,
That's part of the process.
That's part of the process.
Yeah,
I
you gotta
thought
screw it up before you do it right.
I know. I thought I had it all done correctly, and then I started today's live stream yesterday.
Yeah, you sent me a flurry of panicked messages. And I was like, just
Just
delete
roll
it
with it.
and then start a new one.
And we'll start a new one. That makes a lot of sense. Anyways, welcome everybody. I've got the chat live. You're here live with Joel and Paul. The only annoying thing is I don't have my my normal mouse, so that's going to cause me more panic because I've got the GoPro.
What about that mouse?
Well, it doesn't work without being plugged into the.
Okay, I need more USBs.
So, anyways, we have a bunch of folks here, and I'm just trying to scroll through the messages. Just bear with me, guys. See, I'm opening all sorts of stuff.
There you go.
Oh, there we
That
go.
side of them.
I got it. Okay, so KRL, good morning. Kevin Arrows, good morning. Oja Slayer or Oha Slayer, good morning. Steve By, Red Room Studios, and Angie Wilson, the Juicy Detox. Chris Denny. Well, anyways, I'll just be like saying hello to everybody all day. So, anyways, if you have a question, what's on your mind?
Yeah.
What do you have a question for Paul? Someone should ask Paul a question. Hola, Dave from Regina. The other live videos, I had these flurry of questions. Let's see. Do we have one? Oh, we just have Hola. Well, there we go.
Yeah. Hola.
I Ola'd.
All right, I got the easy question.
Anyways, today, maybe everyone's just excited. They want us to just almost like get to the
Yeah, because they were supposed to watch the Mazatlan
video.
And then there's some special details in that video that they needed to figure out.
We'll get that. We'll get there. We do have a question. Did your entire family recover from COVID in 4 days like you did? My daughter did, and basically around the same timing as me. And Jillian was a couple of weeks, and then where she was about 85%, and the final week she kind of got to 95%. And was still kind of having some symptoms, so she redid her ivermectin protocol, kind of what they have for this, what they call long COVID, and it's a way to also prevent you from getting into that. And she did an additional 5 full days at a higher dose, and she's like 100%. So that's good.
Yeah, she's looking good.
Yeah, very good.
Dick Large had a question.
Oh, where is he? Is there a Taco Bell and
or Taco Time?
No, I don't think
no,
there is.
I remember I talked with Daniela about this, and she said that they tried. They tried to do a Taco Bell, maybe in Mexico City or Guadalajara.
And it failed miserably.
It failed.
Yeah.
You could predict that, Like, why are people gonna go into there and have this weird taco that they're like, what is this? It costs more than the one outside that tastes better. Like, wait, what? And then they put nacho cheese or Dorito powder all over it now, like all these weird concoctions.
And not to knock any of you Taco Bell lovers, but a true Mexican probably, as Paul said, would never go in.
Probably not.
Yeah, because there's just way better tacos out the door.
The bathroom or something.
So Kevin, thanks. Talk about utility reliability. How do they go out? How often do they go out on you? Power, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so during the stormy season, we tend to have transformers that'll sometimes blow up. But this
Yeah.
year, knock on wood, we have not had our power go out once. So that's good. Internet reliability used to be sketchy, but now with fiber optic pretty well all throughout Bucerias and Vallarta, we have no problem.
Our
Have any problems that you're
internet's
like?
super solid.
It's super solid.
And really fast.
Yeah.
Because we have fiber optics.
Yeah. The water, do you guys ever have your water turned off?
Every now and again,
Yeah.
but like sometimes they say, "Oh, we're turning the water off," and then they don't.
Yeah.
But if they do turn it off, it's usually not very long.
Yeah.
So it's not too big.
But you have a cistern.
Yeah, I have a cistern.
Yeah.
So
So,
no big deal.
so here in Mexico, most if not all houses have a cistern system. So we collect the water basically continuously. When it fills up, it stops collecting the water. So you stop drawing it from the city. And then if the city has to turn off the water at any time, because they sometimes have to do that because of just peak demand, you have a reserve. So usually if you have enough water in your reservoir, you're never going to run out of water.
That's right.
Good one. Do we need insurance for driving our Tesla? No.
I don't think so. No. But
If it was a real Tesla, yes.
Yeah.
Insurance is mandatory in Mexico, a third-party liability and all that. But driving the golf cart, you don't need to be insured if you're just booting around Bucerias. And they're not allowed on real roads anyway, so it's a town car.
Oh, someone's asking, how did you and Paul meet?
Well, you want to tell that one?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I had just moved here. This was, what year was it? 2015, 16.
Mm-hmm.
And since I do video production, my plan was to. Sorry, guys. My plan was to help out a local company with their social media and kind of use that as a place to show my work, to display what I do. And so I decided to help out Luna. And so the trade was they feed me and I make social media content for them. And one of the things I did for them was video. And so it worked. My plan worked because that's when Joel hit me up and we had a meeting because you wanted some videos for your BC Bucerias project.
And it's been
off to the races.
It's been off to the races
right? And then you know, I think the thing about Joel is that you always have like all these different business ideas, and every business needs
video production,
you know, and content and all that. So yeah,
it's been cool. And we've managed to travel parts of the world together. We were in Europe 3 years ago, I guess now, pre-COVID.
Yeah,
and we've since done some traveling around Mexico, and we did a whole bunch of traveling around the States.
Yeah, we went to the United States a few times.
Wow. Okay, Donna, come on down because getting a COVID test is uber easy here. There's several different locations. There's a drive-through location. You could just go to my doctor. He charges a little bit more, but that would be private. You can go to the CMQ hospital up the road. Yeah, so you're never going to be a problem getting your COVID test here. And quick, it's rapid. So my daughter went to San Diego 3 or 4 days ago, and she had to get the COVID test.
Yeah.
And she got it the same day. She got the results the same day. So
cool.
No problem. And Steve, yeah, I got my tattoos, all my tattoos here in Bucerias. Here's from Bucerias. There's a guy named Rick. He did this arm. And then we had another guy that came and did this one right here at the house. We still have that video. I gotta show that one day.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
You don't know where it is?
Yeah,
it's lost? Okay, well, the tattoo video might be lost. Okay, here's a good one from Louise Holmes. Since you're living in PV full time, do you need to have Canadian healthcare or do you have Mexican health insurance? It's really easy to get expat health insurance here. So if you're outside of the country more than 6 months, that is like really, really recommended. For our family of 4, we are paying, I think it was around $350 or $400 a month. I have to double check on that. That's US dollars. And I think that gives us, I should know these numbers off by heart, but like 3 to 5 million.
I just got a quote because Danielle and I are, we need to get insurance.
The 3 to 5 million in protection. It's a $5,000 deductible, so it's a high deductible, but we really we put it in place for if there's going to be an emergency, something where we're going to get a big bill. For normal,
here's a deductible of
okay.
10,000 pesos, and the annual fee is 37,000
pesos for the two, and that's Mexican health insurance.
Yes,
like extra. So that's just under $2,000 a year for 2 healthy non-smokers.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. I'm scrolling down here. If I miss some questions, it's hard because there's a whole bunch here. How's the drive from the States to PZP? I've done it now 17 times, 17 one ways, all the way to Canada and back. We've been through almost every state in the United States of America, and it's great. I mean, I've had some fabulous times with my family, my kids. We have an RV, so we would always do this annual RV trip, and it was really, really fun. And I do recommend a drive through Mexico one time, because it really is a cool country to see on the road. Hey, like, what's your experience been?
My experience has been good. I would say that, at some point when you're driving through the northern towns, you might get pulled over because they're like, who's this girl driving through here? And they usually just kind of check you out. There was one time that I took a road, because I just use Google Maps, and I'm like, all right, get me to Bucerias, let's go. And this particular time, it took me on a strange road. Yeah. And so I was like, all right, where am I? Yeah. And I got to a police checkpoint, and they basically gutted my truck. Yeah. And they went through, they pulled up the carpet in the back. They put everything back together. Yeah. They did an extensive search. I was like, they were looking for guns and drugs. Yeah. They're like, what is this guy doing? But, they were friendly. They're like, okay, nothing. Yeah. You're good. You can go.
And we never did have that. We've had the inspection in our RV. Yeah. Where they came, looked around the RV, opened my fridge, saw my beer, looked inside our washroom, and said, hey, it's a cool rig. And they would then they'd actually be more excited about our RV. Right. Because they thought it was kind of cool that there's this family traveling through Mexico in this RV. Pretty cool. Planning a day trip to Tequila at the start of our trip in January. Is one day enough, or should we? I say plan 2. You could do 1, but I think you need 2 days in Tequila.
Yeah, if you do 1, you're probably just going to be tired from the drive. Yeah. And you're not going to enjoy it as much. Yeah. So I would do 2.
I would do 2 for sure. I would do 3. Yeah. Okay, so what do we got here? We got a Cuatro Estaciones. No, so Cuatro Estaciones, just like any development, will have all the internet will be pre-wired, but every owner will be required to, just like you would in Canada, the US, you would choose your provider. So there's a Telmex, and then the one we use now is Total Play. I'm a big fan of Total Play. It seems to be a little more stable than Telmex, so that is my suggestion. And you can get plans from 400 pesos, 500 pesos a month, so like $20 to $25 for the lowest. And then I pay a little bit more, but we're getting 300 MBS, and I think that's 12 or 1300 pesos. I have to check. So
are you doing like the television?
And we got the television package too. So you can actually get, if you don't take the TV package, which I just gotta cancel, but it also includes other things we like HBO. And, I mean, for $60 a month, I don't care. So
I pay basically 1,000 a month, 1,000 pesos a month for the same speed, fiber optics, and this is with Telmex, and it's solid. Yeah, and then I just pay for the streaming services. And then I don't need television.
That makes sense. I probably got to investigate my plan. I'm sure I could be saving a few bucks a month, but I just haven't got to it. There's been other things I had to deal with. And on the business center, we don't have an operator for that yet. That's our intent, is to have a business center at Cuatro Estaciones. I think it's going to happen. It'll all be ready. We just need to find an operator that will put that business in place. Well, Paul and Daniela, how did you guys meet?
Is that a question?
It is. Linda. Okay. A little romance talk here.
Yes. I saw her on the side of the road, and I just picked her up, forced her into my truck. No, that's not how it happened. It's an app called Tinder.
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 Yeah. Did they say Tinder here? or
Yes.
Tinder?
Tinder.
Tinder, with the
Yeah.
accent on the
Yeah.
ER.
Yeah, but it's the same ad,
Right.
but it's just pronounced differently.
So instead of Tinder, it's Tinder. So if you're looking to get on Tinder, you got to get on
Yeah.
Tinder here in Mexico.
It took a lot of, swiping and
You were a lot of swiping
Yeah.
left, swiping right.
swiping lefts and swiping rights to find somebody cool.
So Paul made the right swipe on that one.
I did.
Yeah, that's
I got lucky.
I have no idea. Like I mean, I've been married 21 years now. There was no Tinder.
Mhm.
We were kind of like old school. You either met in
Yeah.
a bar or church.
Yeah.
Or work. In the case of my wife and I. All right. If you never leave Mexico, you don't need a COVID test. So that's funny. That's from Red Room Studios. Tracy, are there many dog-friendly beach clubs? Maybe you can, because you guys tend to bring
Dog-friendly beaches?
no, like beach clubs. Like
beach
you take
clubs.
Betty almost anywhere.
Oh, yeah. You know where a good one is?
Yeah.
Is probably Suka.
Yes.
That's a good one. And they were more centrally located here in Bucerias before, but now they've moved. We should go there.
We should
pretty
do it.
soon,
Yeah,
right?
we got to shoot a
They
video
moved
there.
up a little bit north, like in the northern part of Bucerias, and they have like a giant palapa.
Yeah.
Super, like, it's open and there's a beach and it's nice.
Yeah.
And it's dog friendly. So
No, that's awesome. And one thing I think you're going to find in Mexico in general is most restaurants, specifically in Bucerias,
yeah.
are dog friendly. You can almost
Yeah.
bring your dog into any little restaurant here.
Yeah.
They're not going to say
And
anything.
they're just gonna bring a bowl of water for your dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My shirts are cool. Yeah, I think they are. I got about 7 of them now. But the lady who makes them has moved to France. So I am going
This is it, huh?
but I keep meaning to reach out to her to see if she'll make some more and just ship them to me.
Yeah.
So, because she used to be at the market on the cruise.
I'm gonna make like 20.
Yeah, I'll like make 20. And then
Worth
maybe we could put a link on moving to Mexi.co and you guys can order from her directly if you like them. I'm sure she's still making them.
She should make some like Joel's signature.
Oh, a
shirts,
Joel's.
right?
Should we make a Joel signature shirt? That's pretty funny. Right, let's go to the next question. How are we for time? We're 11:18. So yeah, we'll do another 10 minutes and then we'll set everyone loose. Do we even know the answer to the question?
That was.
I know. I gotta figure it out. Oh my
Have the
goodness.
answer.
Well, yes.
Do I need to go in the other room and start figuring out the
No,
answer?
that's okay. Well, it doesn't matter anyways because we can go back in the chat and figure it all out.
So we're not going to announce it here.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not going to. I think because the whole idea is the first person to get it correctly is going to win the Moving to Mexico Mexi.co experience in Tequila. And then everyone else who gets it correctly, we're going to put you in a draw for the regular 1-week stay at Cuatro Estaciones. So
Very
I think
cool.
what we'll do is we'll just go through the live stream, and then on Taco Tuesday we can announce it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. Does that sound good, everybody? You can't really answer us,
They
but
have no choice.
that's
anyways.
true. Okay, hold on here. I gotta. Oh crap.
I think you have to use like this side of your
Oh,
mouse.
here. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, so I'm kind of using my finger here, and I don't want to block Teresa because that's what popped up there. There we go. We watched the episodes at night on the weekend, and we like to play a drinking game whenever Joel touches his glasses, especially when Paul adds a sound effect. Oh, that is hilarious. Yeah.
They must have some drunken nights.
I must have some drunken nights because I boink my glasses
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
I should get to.
Were you aware of that until?
No,
we
I
started
no.
doing
It was one of those things where I was almost getting subconscious about it. Like,
Yeah.
F it. I'm just like,
Go
it's
for
just,
it, huh?
it's just who I am. I'm a
You're a
glasses.
blinker.
I'm a blinker. You know, I kind of
Yeah.
do it like this if I'm eating a taco.
Right.
You know, because I don't want to get like.
You don't want to use.
I don't wanna
the
get
taco
taco
You don't want
sauce.
to use the taco
Yeah.
to boink, right? That's a
Exactly.
bad strategy.
All right, so let's see new messages. Oh my God, see what I'm doing, Paul?
Yeah,
my
that's fun.
my mouse sucks. There's a second of Susan's question. Let's try to find this question. Where's oh, that's a good one. What's the cost of construction in Bucerias, and what are the construction standards? Well, the cost of construction, to be honest, are all over the map. You really need to find yourself a good, reliable contractor. In our case, we've been dealing with the same crew for, I'm just trying to think now, 14 plus years now, 15 years, doing multiple projects from renovations to full-on new builds. The project that we're doing at Cuatro Estaciones, we went to a different company, but we went to more of a, I don't want to say professional general contractor, but like a commercial general contractor that does, larger buildings. This company is actually working on the new freeway to Guadalajara, and they have a home building division. And my assistant Nadia husband is an engineer working on the tunnels, and he actually introduced me to Tremi, and then I interviewed them as well as two other contractors, and we ended up going with them. But just like anywhere, if you get the wrong contractor, you can be burned, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you're in Canada, the States, or Mexico. If you're working with the wrong people, it can go south. But the construction costs are going to be lower in Mexico, specifically on the labor costs. But inflation is rearing its real ugly head right now, and so we're seeing the same increases because our concrete costs the same as your concrete. Our fridges cost the same as your refrigerators. Our steel costs the same as your steel. It's kind of funny. Sometimes people come to Mexico and like, well, how come that fridge is not like Mexican prices? Well, because we're importing it from China, just like you.
That's right.
So it's the same with bikes, televisions. Things like automobiles are going to be cheaper because a lot of them are made right here in Mexico. So you're going to get a better price on cars.
Yeah, I would say electronics and things like that actually sometimes cost more here.
Yeah, well, because they're all imported.
Yeah, whenever I buy a piece of equipment, for my video production, I always get it in the States, usually 90% of the time, unless I really need something. But I plan it for when I go back. Yeah, we do the same. Well, we used to do the same thing. We would stop. Now I'm not. You were about to boink?
I got a boink.
You caught yourself?
I was going to
go for it.
I was going to go for it, right? Yeah. We used to do the same thing. We would always do the IKEA stop, and then any electronics. Like, I bought this laptop in the States. We'd always stop at IKEA and get furnishings, that kind of thing, stuff for the house. You can definitely get it cheaper, but there is an IKEA now in Mexico City.
Ooh,
that'd be a cool.
Dude, we got to go to IKEA in Mexico City.
Load up the van with all the IKEA goods. So if you're doing like, so let's say you bought one of our units at Cuatro Estaciones. Well, we're going to put together a furniture package, but we're going to see if maybe IKEA can be a part of that. But we also work with a local provider where she'll do all that. So whether she's getting it from IKEA or these other providers, she'll put together these packages for you. Yeah. And you just choose it.
Finding
honest to God, you just do that.
Yeah.
Like, pay $5,000 or $6,000, everything gets delivered, gets set up. And then once you move here, you can buy those special pieces.
Yeah, start customizing it.
Yeah, you can customize when you're here.
And you could always I don't want this table, I want another one, you sell it or something.
So Tana says, do we have a map for the taco places and restaurants you visit? Well, every video for the most part should have like a link to the map on every Taco Tuesday to where we visited. But that might be kind of a fun thing to do one day, where we could animate that. Just do like a little taco animation. We'll put that as
or provide like a map on our website with
that'd be
all
cool.
the different spots that we've been to.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's a nice suggestion.
There's always like, if you hear us, we usually mention the name of the location, so it's just easy to punch that into Google and it'll usually show up.
Absolutamente. No COVID tests in Mexico whatsoever. Whether you're driving or flying here, you do not need one. So that, I think they have a health questionnaire now that you have to fill in when you're flying, but that's it. Do you have a cough? Do you have?
Yeah, I'm going back next week.
Trying to get. Average monthly budget. Here's what I'll say. When we first moved here 8 years ago, we were trying. What was our budget? Our budget was, we were trying to be under $3,000 a month for a family of 4, and we managed to do that. So you could even do less. I mean, we had 2 kids in schools that included their tuition and all the other things we had to pay for them. subscriptions to the gym, yoga classes, all that fun stuff. We managed to keep it under $3,000 US. Obviously prices have gone up since 8 years ago, but you could live comfortably here. Let's say a couple, and if you're not wanting to be on the beach and you need a pool and all this fancy stuff, you could live easily here under $2,000 a month and be pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
You could probably do it at $1,500 a month. It all depends on how frugal you want to be and what your tastes are, right? So,
Right.
If you like a nice bottle of wine, that nice bottle of wine isn't any cheaper in Mexico than it is in the States. There are a lot of good Mexican wines now that I would say are on par, if not better, than wines coming out of Napa, for example. So you're going to pay less money for that great bottle of wine, but you're still going to have to pay money for a good bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Or you go out to a nice restaurant. It's going to be cheaper than the US and Canada, but it's, we've shown on our videos, like sometimes it's half the price, for a nice meal to, 2/3 of the price.
And I think we should definitely make a couple of videos about that, right?
Yeah.
Like what the cost of school for your kids, and what the cost of groceries are. And we went to the grocery store, and but maybe we could just do a more
thorough video on a couple different scenarios of people renting.
Like if somebody was going to live like here, in this spot, versus across the highway, and in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I mean, you could rent something on the other side of the highway for like $300-400
well,
something, right?
Well, we were in Versailles, which is a beautiful area of Puerto Vallarta, and honest to God, I mean, as I said to Paul, like if I was younger, maybe in my early 30s, and we just got here, I think I would probably choose Versailles over Bucerias.
Yeah, my neighbors, I just saw they did a post and they said they bought a place there today.
Yeah, it is an up and coming, super cool neighborhood. Like so many things that are so walkable.
Yeah,
you're close to the airport. You're close to Vallarta. It's like kind of like a outside of downtown vibe.
It's an urban suburban kind of vibe, right?
But we were talking to Regina, who, you're going to see a video. It's coming out soon, but you'll meet her in the next video. But she was saying you can find like a 1-bedroom apartment, I think from 6,000? Anywhere from 6,000 to 12,000 a month pesos. So that's $300 to $600 a month in Versailles. So
nice.
Put that in perspective. I'm from Calgary. That would be like Marda Loop. If you were in Vancouver, I don't know, like kind of one of those inner city neighborhoods on kind of like the west side. Toronto, if you were just kind of on Yonge and Eglinton, not Yonge and Finch, or probably even that area is like improved, but it would be kind of like being in that inner city of a big city with everything that is at your doorstep. But you can get an apartment here for $300 a month.
Yeah.
And then depending again how frugal you want to live is going to determine your overall budget. Okay, we're going to take a couple more questions, and then we're going to go to the questions.
The real questions.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna let it roll. We're just gonna watch it and be funny, and maybe at the same time as people are, because last time we did this, it was like the stream was, everyone was just like answering, right? Okay. Do you get charged import tax if you bring electronics like from IKEA, the US? You can, but if you're moving here, what you do is you're allowed certain number of items, and that's probably something we could get a link on our site to help you with that, or just like email us and we could send you a link to that description. But just have a list of everything that you're bringing in, because you're allowed like 2 bikes per person or 2 sporting goods per person, and 1 computer per person. So if you're coming with a family of 4, you can actually bring a lot of stuff.
Right.
A lot of stuff in here.
You could count it towards how many people, right?
So when we came, I brought 8 bikes because I was allowed to bring 2 bikes per person.
Yeah.
Right. And I didn't get charged tax on that.
Right.
So I brought all these bikes from Canada and didn't have to pay the import duty. So there's
and I've gone through the border with quite a bit of things, and they ask you, how much does this, what is this, how much does that cost, and they're pointing at my camera equipment.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's a $200 camera.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's a $2,000 camera. And then they just go, okay.
Okay.
And they just go through.
Well, we had the same similar experience when I brought a bunch of wine in.
Yeah.
And because normally you can sometimes cross the border and they don't even check you.
Mhm.
Like you just cross the border and no one checks you. You get the green light and you just drive across.
Yeah.
And then, but you get to a secondary checkpoint and then those guys are just like kind of military slash, and they don't know, they usually don't check what you're bringing in because you kind of got the green light. They're just checking to make sure you're legal. But anyways, one time we got the red light and so they came in and because I had all my boxes of wine there. She's like, oh, what's this? And I'm like, wine. And I'm like, you know, I'm not allowed to bring that in. She goes, oh, like only like 2 bottles a person. And she goes like, how much does this wine cost? And like, and then I just started asking her questions about living here and her family. And then we got into this discussion.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay. She like wrote like 6 bottles. She charged me like 600 pesos a tax. Take that to the ticket window. I paid my duty. And it was like adios. So it was pretty nice. If you're nice to them, like be super smiley and sometimes just play dumb.
Yeah, that's the best. Is play dumb. That's usually my strategy in life.
That's pretty easy for me.
Yeah. Well, one other thing on that, something that I've done is on accident. You can order things, you know, from I use a company called B&H to order some camera equipment. Yeah. And I've ordered a lens. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, it was $500, and it gets sent here, and then they say, oh, you have to pay import tax. And so, in order for me to go get my lens, I had to pay an extra $200.
Really?
Yeah, and there was no way around it. I had to pay that. That's how much it cost to import this electronics good. So just be mindful if you are going to buy something expensive and have it sent into the United States or from the US or somewhere else,
you will get whacked.
They're gonna mark it down and say, oh, they open up, look at what you're bringing in, and they tax you.
If you order on Amazon, and if the taxes are already pre-calculated in there, Amazon's got some kind of deal with the Mexican government, and you don't get that. So if you, as much as I try to not use Amazon in some cases, it's the best devil to use, because if you can pre-calculate your taxes and that imported good, that's all you're going to pay. Yeah, we have Amazon here. Some people don't know that. You can order whatever you want. And it comes in like a day or two. Yeah. Like I order all sorts of stuff from Mercado Libre. I try to use Mercado Libre because they're Latin based. So I try to use them first, and if I can't find it on Mercado Libre, then I go to Amazon. Yeah. Mercado Libre is basically the Latin version of Amazon. Yep. Okay, so please continue to ask your question. I'm going to answer one more question because all these questions get saved on both Facebook and YouTube. So if I haven't answered it, well, I'm going to go back and answer all the questions anyways, just to get the response, because I've answered some of these verbally. Yeah. And I haven't answered them by texting. So I will go back tomorrow and I'll go through all of your questions, and I will take the time to answer every single one. So if I missed you, please don't feel missed out. It is just kind of hard here because they're kind of scrolling by, and it's difficult for us to get to every single one. We'd be here all day. Yeah. Todd Park, we just said about Mercado Libre. We try to use them as much as possible. Okay, Joel, your in-laws, man. This is what I said. Like, I kind of pitched this idea to you guys, and I got shot down on it. But I want to do an interview with a narco. I think that's the way to just put this to bed. Yeah. Like, honest to goodness, they're not going to touch you. If you are going to come here to become a narco, or you want to do business with narcos, then you're probably setting yourself up for some trouble in your life. You're probably going to have trouble in your life. You're going to have trouble in your life. If you're coming here to just live your life or come on vacation, a narco doesn't give a rat's ass about you, for lack of a better description. Is that correct? Yeah. Yeah. Now, can you run into an everyday thug like you could in downtown Los Angeles or Chicago or downtown Calgary? Absolutely. That can happen anywhere in the world. But those aren't narco, right? Those are thugs. Those are criminals. Those are, low lifes that and it is looking for opportunity. It's funny too, because those low lives are kind of put in check by the narcos. That's correct. Like, if the low lives are creating havoc in an area, let's say, for example, in Puerto Vallarta, there's a lot of businesses and you just know it. They're owned by, let's call it narcos.
Mhm.
When people get out of hand, those people just kind of go away. So it's a way of, the people are enforcing the people.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that you're not going to encounter crime here. You're absolutely going to encounter crime in Mexico. It's a possibility, but it's the same possibility in the States or in Canada. I always tell the story. Like I was in Calgary one time. We were eating at a restaurant, and this was during a time where there was this Asian gun wars going on. And the next day, where I was sitting, a guy came into the restaurant, shot a guy dead.
Yeah.
Right. So, I could have been there that day,
Yeah.
and then someone in that restaurant got hit by crossfire. They didn't die,
Yeah.
but they were an innocent bystander. That happened in a really good area in downtown Calgary.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Just gotta.
But guns are illegal there, so. Right?
Guns are illegal here unless you have a permit to carry one and
Right.
own one. And
Right.
we're going to do an episode on that
Yeah.
very soon.
I'm from Salinas, California, so I mean, I would say safety is a step up here. Like I feel more safe here than I do in Salinas.
Yeah, and I can
Not to knock on my own city, but yeah, there's a lot of gang violence there, and some sketchy parts of town. So
where you just wouldn't want to be. Well, we're looking at investing in land in Texas or Arizona plus Montana.
yeah,
And I was looking at some places in Arizona, but as I was researching, I mean, the crime was like, that's
In
what everyone,
Arizona?
yeah, that's what everyone was complaining. And these are like rural places where, it's like rampant right now, right? So
yeah. Maybe near. I usually stay away from the border. You know.
you stay away from the border. That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's it. Keep asking your questions as we are letting. I'm going to let the stream go another 7 minutes after asking the question. I'm going to set my alarm, and then I'm going to cut it off.
All right.
So the questions are, you all ready? The questions are, and this is a 2-part question. So don't answer one and then answer a second one later. You're going to get disqualified.
Right.
You have to answer both questions on the same string. Okay. Same comment. So if you make a mistake, redo the comment with both answers. That's the only way you're going to get entered. That's the only way you're going to win instantly. And it's the only way you're going to get entered into the contest. It's too hard for us to go through individual strings and try to figure out who was first, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And what else is in that? I guess that's it. Yeah, and you got to be 100% correct. So the 2 questions are, what was the name of the bank where we got our first tacos? So that was where we ate our first tacos. There was a bank where the lady was set up. And how many times in that video did I boink my glasses? How many boinks were there?
Yeah.
So
the total number of boinks.
The total number of boink sounds. And what was the name of the bank where we ate our tacos? Well, it was the bank, and there was the taco lady right outside it.
Wow, somebody's already.
Yeah, I don't even know.
That.
Honestly, I don't even know how many boinks. I have to go back and look. I'm just going to let it. I'm just letting it roll.
Yeah.
And so, hey, it's not going to hurt to, if you don't quite know the number of boinks.
Yeah.
To just guess a few more times.
In there, right?
No, you can. You can guess as many times as you want. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's still going to be first past the post who wins the tequila prize,
and then everybody else gets.
Everyone else will get thrown in a draw for the. Geez, we got 9 boinks, and I will accept boinks.
16, 13 seems to be popular.
Yeah. I will accept 19 or times. That you don't have to say boinks. I will accept any number.
The bank and then the number.
Yeah. Seems like everyone's got that bank down pat, hey?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, I had 6 boinks, 9 boinks, 12 times, 7 times.
20.
20. Well, that could be.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 more minutes. We're gonna let you guys. We're gonna let you give the answers to the questions and
keep boinking, everybody.
Keep on boinking.
Keep on boinking. That's the new T-shirt, right? Joel going like this.
Yes. Oh, we should do a boink. A boink
and
T-shirt.
It just says boink, right?
Just says boink. Have you boinked today? After this live stream, I'm going to let you shoot a gun.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
Yeah. Well, I got my
Good content.
I got my dummies set up, and I got. But we're not going to shoot you today.
Yeah,
Are you going to let me do that?
No.
No.
I was just.
Oh, you were just joking.
I was just letting you think that you were going to be able to shoot me, just to make you excited about life again.
I just think for content, if I shot a pepper ball at you, I think it would be pretty.
I don't want to be shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those things.
I'll let you shoot a pepper ball at me for the.
But I want me to shoot you.
Yeah, with a pepper ball. It's not going to kill me.
Well, I know it's not going to kill you, but it's going to hurt.
No, I'm going to have padded. I just want to have the effect of the gas.
Is the pepper ball? It really is like pepper. So you're going to get like spray.
It's like getting gassed.
So you're going to do that?
Yeah.
With a mask on, or?
I'll have a mask on, but yeah. So
you're fully protected.
I'm fully protected. You can't shoot my eye.
All right, maybe I'll do that then. Yeah. I thought you meant like like a with the show or a movie Jackass.
Oh yeah.
Like we were gonna do something like that. I was like,
I was trying to convince my kid, and he's got a bunch of his friends coming here. I'm like, can I just test this out on you guys? Yeah. You guys are young.
Yeah.
It's non-lethal, right?
Yeah. At some point when you cross that, 30, 35 years old, you're like, I don't want to get shot. It's gonna take me like 3 years to heal.
Exactly. Yeah. I did some demos yesterday. You do not want to get hit by the riot balls.
Okay.
Like they will stop you if they hit you in the right place. They won't kill you.
Yeah.
But they will stop you.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's some instances call for non-lethal protection, and you don't want to do the ultimate deed if you don't have to. If you can stop someone from attacking you or hurting you, then that's the first choice always, right?
Yes. Somebody just asked, I was just kind of looking through it. They asked what size T-shirt we wear.
I'm a large right now. I normally was like a nice medium.
Yeah.
But I rock a large.
Okay. And I'm extra large.
And you're extra large. But I'm planning to get back to my medium state this season as I start increasing my mileage on the bike. It's just inevitable. As soon as you start riding 300-400 kilometers a week, that's the only diet you need.
Yeah. That was something like whenever we would go on our Velo Guide tours, I would be, filming, sitting in the car a lot, filming you guys hopping out.
Yeah.
And that was the extent of my exercise. And then we would go eat.
And
you would be eating
I'd be like,
you had all these calories you just burned.
Yeah.
But then after the trip, I would be fat.
Yeah.
So, that's how that works.
Well, 2 more minutes, everybody. Did you see any other questions? Cubano is near the taco place, and Paul puts 7 blinks of Joel's glasses. Okay. Well, 1 more minute, and we're gonna end the stream. That was cool.
Yeah, that's good times.
I enjoyed this.
We can do that again.
We'll do this again. I'm going on vacation on September 9th. We're gonna go away for 2 weeks to Colorado.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, and we're gonna do an RV trip with our kids. My kids still want to do an RV trip with me, but instead of driving from Mexico, we decided to fly into Denver. We're renting an RV there. We're going to go visit some good friends out in Aspen. And Billy, he is a registered firearms instructor. So I'm giving the whole family, including myself, a refresher.
Oh,
yeah, on proper.
Sounds awesome.
Proper safety and handling, and just because any firearm or any weapon, and like I have the paintball weapons. I also have real ones.
Yeah.
But even the paintball guns have to be treated with the exact same respect.
Totally.
It's not a toy, so you can't just say, "Oh, I got my new toy." A gun should never be considered a toy in any instance. It's a device, it's a tool, and it can be lethal. And you have to
even a rubber bullet, right?
Yeah, even a rubber bullet can kill someone, and you got to treat it with respect.
And I'm pretty good at Call of Duty. So.
Are you? Yeah. Well, we'll see how your aim is.
Yeah.
I got my draw stroke down to just over 0.7 seconds, so I want to get it down to half, but we'll see.
Someone sent a bunch of is that chili peppers?
Yeah, chili peppers on the
successful live stream. Thank you.
Someone just asked about the COVID restrictions. Like, pretty well none. There's only some soft restrictions when it comes to bars. Bars can't be open unless they serve food, and that's pretty well the only restriction. Other than that, it's just you got to mask up. So you got to mask up in any public place, like a restaurant, to walk in. And then once you're sitting down, you can take your mask off. If you're grocery shopping, you got to wear a mask. If you're on public transport, you got to wear a mask. Some places are requiring it like in a public place, but it's not really enforceable, and it makes absolutely zero sense to wear a mask outside. So you can do what you wish, but we don't. We did a video on it, and we look at the basically four ways of determining our risk profile, and if all four of those are high, we just don't go in. We just don't go there. We just try to stay away from anywhere where it would really require an N95 mask. Okay. Oh, Joel, that's nice to just leave the murder. The guy worried about.
Yeah, that question's been up there.
Okay, I'll take that off. All right, everybody, this is it. Malicon Manny, C. Banco. I swear I must not have blinked my glasses 38
times.
Jeez, that would be
Maybe
crazy.
He watched it like three times.
Maybe you watched it 3 times. All right, everybody. Muchas gracias. Hello, fellow Winnipegger. Where can you get a test? Honestly, you can get a test anywhere here in Bucerias and Vallarta. There's I want to say a million places, but you'll have no problem getting a test 72 hours before your flight. And
they have the test center outside of the airport.
Yeah, you can literally go there. It's a drive-through. You'll get your test result the same day, if not the next day. If you're also here in Bucerias, if you want something a little bit more personal, hit us up and I'll send you my doctor's info, Dr. Sands, and he can test your rate at his office. And you'll get if you go there in the morning, you'll get the test results the same day. All right, everybody. Muchas gracias. Nos vemos. Hasta luego, and
adios.
Adios. I'm going to end the stream now.
Thanks, guys.